Welcome to Spring with the Seasons Leadership Podcast, where we're awakening to new energy, new creativity, and the opportunity to elevate our thinking. Throughout the season, we will continue to bring you actionable advice to inspire you to explore new possibilities, clarify your vision, and start your new plan to improve your leadership in life today. Hi, I'm Debbie Collard. I and my co-founder of Seasons Leadership, Susan Ireland, are certified leadership coaches, and we share a vision to make excellent leadership the worldwide standard, which drives us to partner with individuals, teams, and organizations to increase and accelerate leadership excellence, a specific skill that helps leaders successfully achieve high levels of performance. You can learn more about us and our mission at seasonsleadership.com. Join us in making positive leadership the norm rather than the exception. By listening and engaging in the discussions that we feature on this podcast, you can help us bring leadership excellence to the world. Thank you for joining us today, or joining me today since Susan couldn't be here. Let's talk about spring. We're in that time of spring where rebirth, renewal, new beginnings all happen. It's often seen as a time of fresh starts as plants and animals come out of hibernation and start to grow again. And at Seasons Leadership, we use the term awaken to describe spring and all that's happening in that season. We welcome spring as a fresh start after the cold and dark and somewhat wet and snowy and cold winter months. So what happens in spring? Well, the days get longer because we had to go through that painful springing forward in some time zones. Flowers are blooming. The weather's chaotic. It's snowing one day, warm the next, rain. Sometimes it downpours. Sometimes we have an atmospheric river. Sometimes we have a winter storm that lasts over into spring. What can also happen is planting and really all the positive aspects that go with that, the hope that happens in planting for new growth. Some people do spring cleaning. I would be guilty of that one. I really like to clean and organize things and get my space ready for all that's going to be coming at me during the year. There's some spring holidays and celebrations that people like to pay attention to. As a metaphor for change, at Seasons Leadership, we use the seasons as our guide. So what's spring look like in that way? Generally, you know where you are or where you're headed, but you don't really know the form of it. You don't know exactly what it's going to look like, what form it will take, or specifically how you're going to get there. Your energy is returning, or you find a new energy in something, but it can be very disorderly and messy. And you know what? So is change. Everything really starts to bloom in spring. And Susan's friend has a grandson who said this quote, "Grandma, the plants are starting to hatch." Often you can't tell flowers from weeds at this stage, or if your bushes or trees are dead, or maybe you're going to come back to life. But it's all about exploring possibilities. And don't take any action too quickly. Don't weed those beds, or don't cut down your plants if you think they're dead, because what happens if they were still alive and they just needed some time to grow? So spring cleaning, let's get back to that. I love spring cleaning. It really feels good to me, but what feels good about it is getting rid of those things that no longer bring me joy or no longer serve me, or I've outgrown them, or something has just doesn't work anymore. It's no longer wearable. So being able to clean all that out and get a really organized way to start is just a really fun time for me. It's also a time to tap into creativity and innovation. What sounds interesting? Ooh, what kind of things could I do this year? What sounds fun? We talked a little bit about celebrating the season. So how do you celebrate spring? Well, it could look like revisiting your vision statement. Does your vision statement need some tweaking? Do you need to generate some creative ideas for what you will do in your business this year? Things that you really want to explore as ways to meet your objectives, your overall goals and objectives. You could take it as a time to connect with others and get support and support others in new ways. And one really important thing I always tell the clients that I coach, and they're all leaders, is you got a good gut, trust your gut, trust your intuition. What is it telling you? Listen. And so you can get those creative ideas of what you might want to focus on going forward. Speaking of trying new ideas, we are practicing that ourselves at Seasons Leadership. Recently, we launched our subscription model on Patreon, and we would love to have you join us there. Patreon, if you don't know, is a web-based membership platform, and it makes it easy for creators and entrepreneurs like us to reach more people than we would otherwise be able to do with great leadership information. The site also makes it easy to pay for a subscription that delivers that content to you so you can access it on your own schedule. You don't have to be on time for a certain class that may not fit. We have a couple of levels, but Gold is our premier membership tier, and it is priced at $25 a month, which is a great deal for all that you get. Patrons at this level get access to our exclusive Lessons in Leadership column, which features experience and insights from David Spong, our resident seasoned leader and two-time Baldrige Award-winning leader. You will also receive access to our Leadership Elements series, which focuses on different foundational elements of leadership each month. As we build our Gold community, we're going to offer quarterly live events and other special perks. The Gold tier is appropriate for leaders at any level who want to invest in themselves and improve their own leadership skills. And until March 31st, we have an incredible offer. You can join our founders level at Patreon for only $5 a month and get all that stuff that I talked about at the Gold level till the end of 2023, but that only lasts until March 31st. If you want to get leadership insights and information to achieve leadership excellence or support our mission, please visit patreon.com/seasonsleadership. That's Patreon, patreon.com/seasonsleadership. We really hope to see you there. Okay, some questions for spring that you can ask yourself. 1, what is sparking my curiosity or grabbing my attention? What am I noticing? What is my intuition telling me? What's presenting itself to me or is synchronistic with where I'm headed? What gives me energy? What can I do now that the days are longer and warmer? How can I find new ways to connect with my passion and my purpose? And who's ahead of me on this journey and how can I connect with them? What can I try? You don't have to commit to it at this point. You're just generating ideas. And finally, what can I celebrate? Thank you for joining the Seasons Leadership Podcast today. I hope that you are able to take these words of excellence with you on your leadership journey. And remember, no matter what level or role you are, you can become more than you are today. And the world needs great leaders. When you fulfill your unique purpose, you strengthen the organizations and communities in which you live and work. Thank you so much for being part of our positive leadership change at Seasons Leadership. And make sure you tune in next time because we're going to be talking with Kimberly Adams, an artist and business leader who has some great inspiration to share with you. Until then, we're sending you positive vibes for new energy, new creativity, and opportunity to elevate your thinking during this season of spring. Have a great spring.